And welcome everyone to the Jack in the Box High School Football Report. I'm Chris Francis. Week 8 is mostly in the books, and a few teams had a shot at winning conference or division titles tonight. For instance, unbeaten Marysville Pilchuck on the road at Arlington. The Tommies ranked 7th in the state in 3A. Beating the Eagles would validate that ranking. They scored first. Dylan Carson walking in from 5 yards out, and they added to that lead early in the second quarter. Jake Elwood on the keeper from 2 yards, so it's 14-0. But Arlington wasn't going to quit. They went through the air. Trent Nobach to Chase Peterson. 78 yards on the play, running away from everyone. The Tomahawks lead was cut in half. That was until Dylan Carson got his hands on the ball again. A 6-yard run for Carson. So 21-7, Pilchuck was in control. And then Arlington made a fatal mistake. They fumbled the kickoff, and yeah, you know MP is going to turn it into points. Jordan Justice with the 8-yard run around the far side. In the second half, they went to the air one more time. Jake Elwood to Justice, all alone there. MP now 8-0, division champs as they won it 42-14.
We've been working all summer for this, and this week we've just been really locked in, and to see it all pay out tonight, it's an amazing feeling.
You know, our defense has been solid all year. Yeah, we gave up a big chunk play, and a couple things, you know, we didn't wrap up well there at the end, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, when it says 42-14, that's pretty cool.
That's all it needs to say. MP has been very steady all season long. The only team to hold them under 30 points this year was Snohomish in the first game of the year. In fact, the Tomahawks averaging 38 points a game. Tonight they had 358 yards rushing. They lean on Dylan Carson. He had 128 yards and 3 scores. They have a lot of weapons, though, and they'll be tough out come playoff time because they can hang points on anybody.
All season, their defense, they've just been playing like that, so we just put in the plan so we could just run it, and then when it came down to it, we were able to exploit it in the pass, and it worked out tonight.
Our offensive line gives them some holes to go through. You know, and all of our backs run really hard. Jay Gray had a nice game for us today. They tried to shut down JoJo a little bit, and you know, I thought, you know, those guys just did a great job across the board.
They certainly did. Now it is time for you to exercise your voting rights. It's a little promo here. What game would you like to see next week? We'll give you 3 choices. All you got to do is head over to KIRO7.com/vote now or download the KIRO 7 mobile app. This week's options, or actually next week's options: Monroe against Cascade, Mercer Island and Bellevue, or Rogers and Puyallup. A couple of rivalries there. We'll highlight the game with the most votes next Friday right here on KIRO 7 at 11. But the clock is ticking. Voting only open till the end of the show. So choose your matchup and we'll have the live results in just a couple of minutes. All right, our Jack in the Box Player of the Week is from Kentwood. The Cox have stayed near the top of NPSL, the standings there, with a good season. Quietly, they've been doing it. Last Friday, they were led by running back Gabe Johnson, who racked up 277 yards on 27 carries, also had a touchdown, and he caught a 70-yard touchdown as well. All of it coming in a 34-24 win over Tahoma. The seniors had big games in the past, but this one felt different.
It felt amazing. I was happy about it. I felt proud of myself, my line, my team. I couldn't have done it without them. I just get going. Like, I get in this momentum. The adrenaline kicks in and I just get rolling. I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like, you know, beast mode. It's Gabe mode.
Gabe was 13 yards away from breaking that record, and he had like a 30-yarder called back. So it was kind of tough on us to be able to see that he couldn't get that record. But we have a lot of games left, and we're hoping that he'll be able to push for it.
Gabe mode, call it. Kentwood will face the biggest test of its season tomorrow night when they visit Kennedy Catholic. That's going to be a battle. They upset the Lancers last season. More to come tonight on the Jack in the Box High School Football Report. We'll head down to South. Lincoln is ranked 3rd in 3A. How would they fare against Lakes? And the Fish Bowl, always a hard-fought game. Highlights from Gig Harbor coming up after Morgan's forecast. Welcome back to the Jack in the Box High School Football Report. We'll have live voting results on the fan favorite game coming up. Just a few more minutes to get your vote in at KIRO7.com/vote now. Time for a deep breath. 8 games to get through. Our fan favorite matchup tonight, Peninsula and Gig Harbor. The annual Fish Bowl. Why not? Down 3-0. The Seahawks on the long bomb. Peyton Bice to Chris Akulshin. They led 7-3 after that 77-yard score. Gig Harbor's defense kept the Tides in the game early. Bice, he got sacked by Samuel Peacock. Could not get away from that defensive end. But they stayed the course. Bice with the pump fake, and hey, he's going to find that same target. Akulshin on the 1-yard line. Luke Golden punched it in on the next play. The Seahawks also dominated the second half. They scored 28 unanswered points. They are the 41st annual Fishbowl champs and their 4th straight win in this series tonight. Elsewhere in 3A, number 3 Lincoln visiting number 6 Lakes. This one a track meet early on. Lincoln didn't even have to punt in the first half, but their defense certainly stepped up. Abner Sia-Fatui with the sack and fumble. The Abe's run game nearly unstoppable against the Lancers. Julian Simon on the Wildcat takes it at the left side and, yeah, right into your living room. Hello, Julian. Simon again in the red zone this time. Oh, the little jump pass. How about a la, oh, man, Florida Gators and... yeah, man, that's good stuff right there. But this time it's Lincoln running away from there. 42-21 the final as Lincoln moves on. All right, the top team in all of 3A, O'Day, could be on a collision course with Lincoln at some point here. The Irish hosting upset-minded Garfield in West Seattle. And no upset tonight. Already 7-0 when O'Day scores there. Cooper Mathers wide open in the end zone. Bulldogs had an answer early. Avery Morrow scoring as he reaches the ball across the pylon. That's as close as they would get, however. Cameron Daniels on the ground for the touchdown. O'Day stays unbeaten with a 35-7 win. Ballard with a shot at a perfect regular season in the Metro if they could hold off Bainbridge. The Beavers had a trifecta: offense, defense, and special teams tonight. Ryan Blocker to Bryce Wrestle, and he does the rest. Ballard with the early lead, and then after a field goal from Bainbridge, Jarman Hauser took the momentum right back. He delays a little bit, finds a seam, and he's gone. The ensuing kickoff, 85 yards for the score. That's really all you need to see. The Beavers won it 49-20. Back up north, Wesco 4A, Cascade and Mariner both in dire need of a win to get a playoff berth. Defense is the Bruins' calling card. There's your interception. Francisco Beltran off the tip pass, but it was Mariner that found the end zone just a few more times tonight. Jackson Cole with the quarterback keeper. 45-28 the final. Big win for the Marauders as they keep their playoff hopes alive in this one. Glacier Peak and Monroe on Root Sports tonight, and a little trickery for the Bearcats offense. The reverse pass, Efton Chisholm to J.R. Little, 69 yards. It caught GP watching. And that was the first score of the ball game. Next possession, Gio Fregoso with the shovel pass to Chisholm, and he does the hard work this time, breaking tackles, gets out of the pile and takes off 31 yards with the touchdown, a 12-0 lead. In the second quarter, they added to that as Gavin Newton punched one in from the 1-yard line. That made it 18-0. Monroe eventually won it 32-10. River Ridge hosting Silicum on Thursday night. A Sentinels win would give them a division title and top seed in SPSL 2A. Chance McDonald had a career night. The touchdown pass to Logan Brady, and then the nice pump fake after the celebration, of course. Here comes the pump fake. The big arm with the deep ball. McDonald, man, he is a pretty good quarterback. Trey Horner coming down with it. Nice jump ball from Horner. It was 20-7 Steilacoom. Emeka Egbuka, he was kept in check by the Hawks defense until right before the half. McDonald catches him in single coverage, and Egbuka, well, yeah, he goes the distance. 7 touchdown passes. 7 for Chance McDonald. Steilacoom won it 55-20. I feel a possible player of the week coming on there. Also in 2A, Franklin Pierce needed a win over Ording to clinch their division in the SPSL, and this one was all about defense. Dylan Pratt gets the sack for FP. Next drive, Junior Quinlan called his own number. Yeah, nice fake. It looked like he was going to pass it. He scores on 4th and goal. Franklin Pierce had the lead, but they could not hold it, which is very surprising. Ording with the comeback win, 28-27. That's the closest game of the night. Of course, it was only 1 point. All right, we said voting for next week's fan favorite matchup would last till the end of the show, and the time is up. Fan favorite matchup, Rogers and Puyallup. It's a rivalry game. We'll feature those two teams next Friday night. Thanks to our sponsor, All City Fence, and to you for taking the time to vote. And for more scores and highlights, go to KIRO7.com. We'll be right back.